Smile, everybody.
It's snowing.
It's cold. My friend Jack.
It's a lot warm now since it's snowing. It's colder.
Get out of here, buddy.
The Autobahn really quick.
It's 160 kilometers per hour, no problem.
That's being a little optimistic.
Well, if it snows like this and you're going with 160, you're a pretty brave man, yeah.
I'm sure you've seen this. You're cold.
In those days, nobody would have joined the night watchman by his free will. So you can see our situation today improved a lot. You're even paying money to see me. That was pretty crazy for people in those days. Also, our working hours improved. In the Middle Ages, the night watchman had to work from sunset to sunrise. That was pretty long in the winters. Tonight we'll do an hour, and that's it. Well, night watchman was considered to be a very bad and unhonorable profession because you had to walk the streets at night time when honest people were at home. People in the Middle Ages, they were extremely afraid of the darkness. Often enough, they even got up at 12 midnight to pray 1 hour during the ghost hour, and then they went to bed again. So you can imagine somebody walking the streets in those hours. That was really bad. But he was important because he was responsible for the safety and security at night time. And you can imagine his most important duty was to watch out for fires. A fire, always by far the biggest fear for a city in the Middle Ages. Well, if you probably want to come a little closer. I had a shower in the morning, so it shouldn't be that bad. Well, when you look through the gate, you can see there is a face up there, a mask. This was a pitch mask. It allowed us to pour boiling pitch on attacking enemies. So this was a very warm welcome for everybody who was not welcomed in our city. To the left and to the right of this face, you can see two small holes. They were for the chains of the drawbridge. As all the other gates, this was protected with a moat with a drawbridge, and you still can see where the drawbridge was, because it fit perfectly into the frame at the gate. So it was hard to use a hook to pull it down. And then we have those two little houses at the left and the right of our entrance. One of them for the customs officer. His duty was to make sure that everybody coming to town paid toll and taxes. And the other one was for the guard. And well, whenever a stranger was coming to our city, the guard had to make a very difficult decision. Was he allowed to come in or not? Of course, our guard had to make sure that no criminals were coming into town. But how could a guard do this decision in the old days? It was actually pretty easy. The guard just looked into people's faces and they could tell, you're allowed to come in and you're not. It was a face control. But how did that work? Sorry?
Profiling.
No profiling. No. It was actually pretty simple. It worked perfectly because a part of the punishment in the Middle Ages was always to brand the criminal for the rest of his life. So they were using a branding iron and burned symbols on the forehead. Or they were cutting someone's ear. They chopped off the nose, or they burned a hole through the cheek. They chopped off fingers, hands, arms, all for different kinds of crime. And, well, of course, our guard could read all those informations. And he knew exactly this guy committed the crime somewhere else. Was he allowed to come in? No way. But, well, besides that, the guard only allowed people if they had a very good reason to travel as well. And in those days, there were just two accepted reasons for traveling to other cities. It was either trade or a pilgrimage. So it's really hard for me to say that now, but all of you, no way. Just because you wanted to see our city was not enough of a reason, and you would have stayed outside. But today we changed our politics, so you're very welcome, so please follow me inside.